What is up, y'all? For today's video, I'm going to be reacting to a couple episodes of One Piece. So last episode I ended up watching, everyone is getting ready to leave Wano because business is already done. And we also find out about cross guilds, so Buggy, Crocodile, and Mihawk somehow made an alliance together, and this is probably how Buggy became an emperor in the first place. So I'm very excited to see how these next couple episodes go, but before I get started with the reaction, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this. So with all that being said, let's get started with the reaction and see what One Piece has in store for us. Oh yeah, that's where like Luffy thought he lost everyone. He thought like his entire crew died from that attack. Man, that was so like long ago. That was early Wano. Like to think that was like we were able to see the gap between Luffy and Kaido, and like the gap between their strength was just so far apart. But now Luffy surpasses Kaido, or like surpasses slash kind of like is on par with Kaido. It's so weird to like just think about that. I'm surprised they didn't make Oden like during the banquet. You would think like that would be the one thing that they would definitely want to make, you know, while they're celebrating after, you know, they defeated Kaido and Orochi. Man, it's so great. Like Wano is about to be over. They're all gonna be like, you know, like going away. They're all gonna be like, you know, separating now. You know, like Carrot's gonna be going back to Zoe to be the leader and everything. It's like a bittersweet feeling. Like I do wish Carrot like was able to stay with the Straw Hats and become a Straw Hat member, because like she would be a great fit for them. And again, like it would be so sick for them to have a mink on their crew. Yes, pouring for the homies. Pouring it for the homies. Yeah, since Yasui was like hanging around Zoro like early Wano and everything, makes sense why Zoro like wants to like have a drink with him and everything before they leave. Man, Zoro's gonna be leaving his honey behind. Man, again, like with them like planning to leave Wano and everything, it is a bittersweet feeling that Wano is about to be over, because like this was such a big arc. I would actually be surprised if Zoro decided to like leave Enma with Hiyori, like because it was Odin's sword and it's like it is her sword also. But at the same time, you know, Zoro does need 3 swords. Zoro got such a huge power up gaining Enma. Like he was able to kind of like, you know, like draw blood from Kaido and also beat King with it. Like he got a huge power up this arc, him and Luffy and Sanji. But like I feel like obviously Luffy got the biggest power up, Zoro got the second biggest, and then Sanji got the third. But like he was able to actually draw blood from Kaido like quite a few times. And then Zoro's gonna be the king of hell using Enma. Bro, again, Zoro, the king of hell, is just so like it is just such a crazy title. Part of me feels like Frankie like he knew that there was no repairs needed to be done on Sunny, and so Frankie just like called him over to like just like rub it in his face that like, look what I can do. I fixed my ship up perfectly. Oh, but he's so sad that Frankie's leaving. He's so sad. It's so sad seeing them all leave Wano, or like getting to leave Wano. Wait, would they need, is Usopp asking for the black cloth so they can put the Straw Hats Jolly Roger on Wano to say that they claim it? It's because yeah, after defeating Kaido, Wano does belong to the Straw Hats. So yeah, like Wano is their territory now. So I wonder if that's why Usopp is trying to get a lot of cloth for the Jolly Roger to plant onto Wano to show everyone that Wano is under the Straw Hats territory and under their protection. I love how like friendly Sanji's being with the mouse, because it reminds him of like the mouse when he was a kid that he was cooking for. But then Sanji is so oblivious. He doesn't realize that there's a girl like that's like blushing over him and like that she has a crush on him. Man, she is so infatuated over Sanji. I absolutely love it. Oh my goodness. Oh, the queen of One Piece. The queen herself. Oh, if only Zoro was there. I feel like if Zoro was there, it would be such a nice callback to like Zoro, Luffy, and Otama eating red bean soup and everything. It would have been such a nice callback if Zoro was there with them. Oh my gosh, she's so precious. Finally getting to enjoy red bean soup again. And not only that, that she can enjoy it anytime she wants now. She's like, I'm so happy for her. Yeah, so she can't really fully enjoy it because she has to say goodbye to everyone. Yeah, even though they have to say goodbye, there's a chance they'll end up coming back to Wano in the future. You know, like there's a chance they're gonna end up seeing each other again. So like she doesn't have to be sad about them leaving and everything. And also, yeah, like what Luffy said, like he's never gonna forget her and everything. Oh my gosh, Luffy still reminds her of Ace. Oh, it's just like when Ace had to leave too. Oh, this is just so beautiful. Oh wait, you know what'd be interesting? What if those are rumble balls? What if he no, that wouldn't work. Wait, I'm just never mind. I thought for some reason in my head I'm like Chopper gave Beppo rumble balls, but I forgot Beppo he doesn't have a double fruit. He's just a mink. And so that's either Chopper is giving him just like extra medicine, or what if it's the medicine that they used on Zoro to like, you know, get him back into fighting condition? You know, it could, and if it is, that would be interesting. That could potentially be it. That the Chopper gave Beppo the medicine that they gave to Zoro so he can get back to fighting again. But yeah, I wonder why Luffy is deciding not to like say goodbye to Momonosuke and Kinemon. Oh, okay. So okay. So Luffy knew that like it's probably best to just wait. Like I said before, I think the reason why Luffy didn't say goodbye to Kinemon and Momonosuke is because they wanted to save them for last and probably do some sort of big goodbye to them, you know, because they were the ones out of anyone in Wano that have sailed with them for the longest. So he probably was just saving their goodbye to be the last one and probably be the biggest and maybe the most emotional goodbye, which would kind of make sense because like Luffy did say like, you know, don't worry, they'll come. So I'm sure this was what he was expecting. He wanted to say goodbye to them right before they left, and he didn't want to say goodbye to them as they were getting ready to leave. He wants to say goodbye to them as soon as they're all ready to leave and are about to set sail. So I probably just didn't even make sense with that. I probably just didn't even make sense with that. But either way, Luffy knew that Momonosuke and Kinemon were going to show up if they didn't say goodbye to them right away. So they're just going to wait for them at the port and be like, all right, now that you're here, see ya, and just leave. But yeah, this was a nice little like heartwarming episode. You know, like every all the Straw Hats are pretty much just like kind of saying their goodbyes to everyone. You know, Luffy was saying good, like, you know, he wanted to see Odin and like kind of like, you know, say goodbye to him, I guess. And then like, you know, the rest of Odin's like followers, they did the same thing and tell Odin that like, you know, they won and everything. So that was nice to see. And then we have Zoro pretty much having a drink with Yasui before he, you know, says goodbye and before they leave and everything. And then the same thing with Zoro and Hiyori. You know, she shows up with Otoko and, you know, they have like a little goodbye in a way, I feel like. But at the same time, it was like, you know, Zoro was telling Hiyori like he's gonna get stronger so he can make Enma stronger and everything. And then Luffy and Otama, their goodbye, you know, as they were eating red bean soup and everything. And Otama was just sad that like, you know, the people that she loves have to leave. And Luffy just tells her, you know, you don't need to worry about that. You know, I'm never gonna forget like, you know, what you did for me and everything. I'm just never gonna forget you, so don't even worry. And maybe we'll even come back like sometime in the future, which I feel like at the end of One Piece, maybe that will happen. Maybe like near the end of One Piece, they're going to go to every island that they visited and maybe even like islands that they didn't get to visit yet or something like that. But I feel like they for sure will get to see Wano again sometime in the future, maybe. But yeah, pretty much everyone is about to leave. So it is a bittersweet feeling seeing everyone leave Wano after them being on Wano for so long. After the entire Wano arc was so long, it's just a bittersweet feeling. So yeah, bittersweet feeling episode, you know, because they have to say goodbye to everyone and everything. So it was nice, but again, bittersweet feeling. But I pretty much got nothing else to say for this episode, so let's just get started with the next one. Wow, so like Momonosuke is already in his dragon form because he needs to get there fast. He wants to get there right before they leave and everything. Why? Why is Yamato staying? Like she said she wanted to be a Straw Hat and go with them, you know, follow Odin's like footsteps and everything. Why is she staying? Like she is a perfect Straw Hat. She needs to go. All the way in Punk Hazard when they met. All the way back at Punk Hazard. That is just it's crazy how far along Punk Hazard was and everything. Like this, like Punk Hazard is like objectively where Wano technically, you can kind of like technically say where Wano started. But it's crazy just how long ago it was. But yeah, Luffy also did help Momonosuke grow up. You know, he did like help him grow up quite a bit. Like not like definitely like, you know, help him grow up like emotionally, I guess, or whatever, like because, you know, Momonosuke is going to be running Wano and everything, so he was kind of like getting him ready to do it. And you can like definitely see that like Luffy had such a huge impact on Momonosuke when it came to like his development throughout Wano, especially like throughout like Onigashima. Luffy was he was like a big impact on Momonosuke, especially trusting Momonosuke to stop Onigashima on his own, and with him like managing to actually do it. Man, like Luffy was such a huge impact on Momonosuke. I love how like they have the completely wrong idea on why Luffy didn't say goodbye to Momonosuke and Kinemon. Like they see it as disrespect, but like this is kind of just like Luffy's elaborate plan to say goodbye to them. Because he, you know, he has something planned when he's gonna say goodbye. It's crazy that their alliance is like officially broken, or like their alliance has ended. But I feel like Law, if anything were to happen to Law or Luffy, and say like something happens to Law, and like you have like Beppo or someone call Luffy and be like, "Yo, we need help." Luffy's for sure gonna go and help Law and his crew right away. And I feel like the same thing can be said for Law. Like if someone on the Straw Hats were to call Law and be like, "Hey, we need help, we're in kind of a jam," Law would be like, you know, we're not an alliance anymore, but at the same time he'd be like, okay, well we'll be on the way. But yeah, even though their alliance is officially ended, I can still see, you know, the Heart Pirates and the Straw Hats helping each other out. Why you gotta disrespect Chopper like that? That was so rude. But that is Law for you. That is Law. Luffy's like, oh, finally he shows up. Took him a while. They're just so mad, and I love it. I love like that they're just so mad about. Like he's so terrifying right now. Oh, they just don't want them to go. Like he wasn't like, so Momonosuke wasn't like upset that they didn't say goodbye to them. It's just he didn't want them to leave. I mean, if Momonosuke wanted, he could follow Odin's footsteps too and just like go with the Straw Hats and like let someone else be Shogun, and it will just be back to where we started before. Oh, this is just so beautiful. Like this is just such like a beautiful thing. Because yeah, I feel like Momonosuke never really, I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like Momonosuke hasn't like officially like completely said thank you to them for everything they've done. He thinks of Momonosuke as a little brother. Oh my gosh, that is hella sweet. Look at that, the Jolly Roger. They're gonna Momonosuke is gonna put that up probably like all like the highest point they have in Onigashima, which is probably somewhere in the flower capital, and be like, yep, this place is the Straw Hats territory. Oh, this is just such a sweet way to kind of like end, like a sweet way to like leave. So yeah, even though they're gonna be separated, they're like Momonosuke, Kinemon, all of them, they're gonna like, you know, in a way be a Straw Hats, even with them separating and everything. If you want to become a pirate, we'll pick you up anytime. Yo, so Yamato still has a chance to become a Straw Hat. Same thing with Momonosuke. If he decides to like leave his position for someone else, they have a chance to become Straw Hats. Now, I don't see that happening, but I would absolutely love it if it did. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. I can't believe they're actually leaving. It's such a weird thing to see. Like, the Straw Hats are actually leaving Wano because business is done. They took care of Kaido and everything. They set Wano free. It's such a bittersweet feeling, like, just seeing them leave. Like, I feel like compared to like other arcs where they ended up leaving the islands that they were like, you know, where the arcs took place, I feel like this one just feels completely different with their departure. And I think that makes sense because like Wano felt like a completely different arc compared to like the other arcs that we've seen before. Like just something about Wano is just, it's different compared to other arcs. Oh yes, you for sure, you will be surpassing your dad 100%, especially with the fact that you have a devil fruit power now that you can control. Oh my god. Oh, Yamato really had to kind of like ruin that special moment a little bit by saying surpass me, and they're like, no, not you. She had to kind of ruin that little like heartwarming moment Momonosuke and Kinemon had. But I liked it. I liked it. I don't think Luffy's gonna want to go that way. I think he's gonna want to go whichever way Law and Kid go. So chances are they're probably gonna go down the waterfall too. He's already starting. He's already starting with him. He's telling him, "Oh, you guys are gonna go you guys are gonna go through the porch." Of course you are. Yo, Luffy and Law, they're straight up going there. They're gonna straight up follow Kid and go down the waterfall. Oh my god, no, wait. Luffy and Law were like, no, we're steering the ship. We're gonna steer it. My gosh, they're actually racing to see who leaves Wano first down the waterfall. Oh my gosh, these guys. They are so ridiculous. I absolutely love them. And they had a safe way to leave Wano, but because of Kid, he wanted to be like, you know, he wanted to be a true pirate and go down the same way they came up. Hold on, I just realized something. With Luffy saying goodbye to Momonosuke, Yamato, and Kinemon. I don't think we actually saw Luffy saying goodbye to Old Man Hio. Like, you would hold on. Did Luffy not say goodbye to him? Or like he probably did, but off screen. But like, you would think that we would get to see Luffy say goodbye to Old Man Hio for everything that he's done. He taught Luffy how to use Rio, like how to use the Rio haki, and we didn't get to see him have like this like special goodbye to Old Man Hio. Oh, that is disrespectful that we did not get to see their goodbye. Oh, is he just trying to like mimic what like the Kozuki like curse and everything? He's trying to mimic that. Oh, Orochi, he'll never learn. Yeah, Orochi, like he tried to instill like some sort of fear into Hiyori by redoing like the family curse or whatever. It didn't work. You know, it would not work. She's like, yeah, shut your mouth. Just go away already. Oh, you gotta fly it like right up there, right at the like the top point of like of where you're living and everything. I think that is like the perfect place to put up their flag. But wow, the end of Wano. It's so crazy to say that Wano is officially over. Like how long was this? I feel like this arc came out late 2019, give or take, something like that. Either way, it was just it's so weird to say that Wano is over and that we're not going to be seeing Momonosuke, Kinemon, Yamato, all of them for a long time. Like, I feel like chances are we're going to end up seeing them again. It just won't be for a while. And it's like, it's just still so weird to say that Wano is officially over. And I feel like it's weird to say that it's over because, like, one, it's been going on for a while. And two, Wano just like felt like a completely different arc compared to like the other arcs. Like, there was just something about Wano that just that just makes it completely different from the previous arcs and everything. There's just something about it. And it's not the fact that like this was an arc revolving around, you know, Luffy beating a Yonko, and or like Luffy beating Kaido, Luffy's Devil Fruit becoming, you know, finding out that his was actually like a mythical mythical Zoan, and that it's like it's connected with Joy Boy, and like, you know, Luffy's connected with Joy. All of this, there's just, other than that, like there's just something different about Wano, and to see it officially end is just, it's a bittersweet feeling. But yeah, this was just a great episode. You know, it was like the final goodbye to Wano, where like, you know, Momonosuke and Kinemon and Yamato, they were going to Luffy because, you know, Momonosuke and Kinemon were pissed at Luffy for not saying goodbye to them. And Luffy was just waiting, you know, he was just waiting there because he had a present for them. And it was like, you know, a giant Jolly Roger of the, you know, it was like the giant Jolly Roger for them to hang up on Wano. And so in case like another pirate crew shows up and starts to like mess with Wano, they'll see Luffy's Jolly Roger and be like, oh crap, this is the Straw Hats territory now. So like, you know, they kind of screwed up by stepping foot and like, you know, causing trouble. And so that's why Luffy kind of like waited for Momonosuke and Kinemon to show up, because he wanted to give that to them. And not only that, also because Luffy tells, you know, Momonosuke, he's like, even though we're parting ways from each other, you know, you're still part of the Straw Hats no matter what and everything. And that's another reason why he gave them, you know, the Jolly Roger, is because Momonosuke, Kinemon, Yamato, they're part of the Straw Hats, even though they're not going to be sailing with each other anymore. And it was so emotional, especially when Luffy calls Momonosuke like that he sees him as his little brother. It was just so beautiful, so emotional. It was definitely a really nice goodbye to Momonosuke, Kinemon, Yamato, Wano. Like this was just like a nice goodbye to that. It was just beautiful. It was spectacular. It was emotional. Absolutely love this goodbye. But yeah, again, this is the end of Wano. It's so crazy. It's so crazy to see that Wano is officially over. Like, and then I think we got the final saga ahead of us. And so from what I've heard, I've heard spoiler free stuff, but from what I heard, the final saga is insane. It is absolutely cracked. So I cannot wait to see that get animated. But with how beautiful this episode is, I got nothing else to say, so I'm going to end the video here. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for my other reactions, also for my discussion videos. So if you're into any of those, definitely subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, you know the whole thing. So with all that being said, again, thank you all for watching. Until next time, see ya.